afternoon. We're going to get started here. So thank you so much for being here, everybody, and welcome to When the Chess Pieces Come Alive. I'm your house manager, Dylan, and our play has no intermission. This has been called Reader's Theater, or radio play, where the audience gets to sit in the recording studio and watch the action. I ask that you please all silence your devices, and I hope you enjoy. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy our play. Thank you.
That is not a proper word.
My stump hurts. If Miss Anna Rose cared about us, she wouldn't dump us out of the box like that. She'd place us on the chessboard, one by one.
She hasn't done that in years.
It makes me sad. She used to love us. Now she treats us like
pawns.
Yes. We were her magic pawns. When she was a kid, she made our special box out of a white party hat and her dad's magic cigar box.
Well, now it's falling apart. Mark my words, when that box collapses, she will put us in a moldy plastic bag.
Never! Where are we?
Honeysuckle?
Lilac.
Dog poo.
That too.
We're in the garden.
Miss Anna Rose clipped the blackberry.
She's bought a new rose. Lemon yellow.
Nice. She wants to make the garden pretty for Cousin Margaret.
Oh, Cousin Margaret is always late.
Burns the tart every time. Oh, I thought you were a black pawn.
I thought you were white.
I smell naughty pine.
I smell rotting black paint.
Oh yeah? I see white paint chipping off your stump. Impossible. You're falling apart.
I am not. And I have never used the word daddy nabbit.
Does that make you smarter than me?
Indubitably.
Wash your mouth. My mother never let me use nasty words like that.
You did not have a mother.
Oh yeah? I had Miss Anna Rose.
She did not birth us, she owns us.
You're making me crazy. Why aren't you with the white pieces?
Why aren't you with the black ones?
Well, this is where I landed, genius.
Oh, we are all victims of the station in life we were not born into, carved into.
Where are the other chess pieces?
Who knows? Some get stuck in their side of the box. Some choose not to come out till the very last minute.
Why?
You do not have 1 ounce of introspection. Life outside the box is war, bloodshed, pain.
I've seen you on the battlefield.
The chessboard.
You get killed a lot on the front lines.
It's true. Mine is often the first bloodshed. Our blood is invisible to the players, those giants who move us about. But I can see it. Dark red vermilion. I feel every drop slithering down my naughty eye.
Yeah, I feel it too. Oh, it sucks. Why do we gotta do it?
I have no metaphysical answer to the question, why, Lord?
I saw a panda ride a tricycle once on Miss Anna Rose's phone.
Not tricycle, metaphysical. Why things are the way they are.
It's because you are evil.
Evil? Law?
Yeah. Zwa, twa, whatever fancy words you're pawning off on me.
Oh, good one. What is it that makes me evil?
You kill us.
Well, you kill us. That makes every piece on the board evil.
No, just whites.
Do you want to kill us?
What? I have a want?
Yes.
You're weird.
I am different. Not just from you, but from all of the pawns.
Even the white ones?
Yes. They make fun of me. I'm only a poor, humble pawn, but feel the humiliation of defeat and the writhing agony of death.
Well, isn't that deep? How are you going to express your soul with no arms, hands, or
Feet?
yeah, feet, like that Milo Foot guy? You know, I saw him on Miss Anna Rose's flat screen TV in the living room.
In the den. Like you, pawn number
4.
Pawn number 4. I am a small piece of wood carved by an unknown hand, without appendages.
Well, you wouldn't need a pen if you could hold a paintbrush.
Appendages, arms and legs.
La-dee-da.
With no arms or legs or feet, I can't paint, I can't write, but I can imagine myself into the world and its wonders. The moth flying above us is no butterfly, and yet it has a wonderful life. It flies close to the light at night, and brilliant gold spirals shine through its wings, like the pattern of heaven.
Where did you learn to talk like that?
I have no idea. We pawns are all cannon fodder, the first to fall. We have this precious time, here, now, a pause. Before Cousin Margaret finally appears with her burnt tart, and we take our stations on the squares. You and I, we should pretend we are good friends, sitting on the stoop of a summer night, watching the fireflies go by.
What's a stoop?
Porch steps.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
I meant no disrespect.
Talking about a pause gives me the willies.
Willies?
Yeah, willies. Okay, I'm scared shitless. Okay? Okay. A terrible thing happened to black pieces during the last pause. In the war.
I'm white, I don't understand.
George the Mastiff came out of nowhere and grabbed our black king, Walter Michael David. Biggest pet off.
Oh my God, no!
Swallowed it whole.
I'm going to be sick.
We all threw up, palm style.
Well, how will the blacks go to war with no king?
Miss Anna Rose got a replacement from the Good Testament.
The good will?
Whatever. The new guy. He knows nothing about our war. He's not even black. He's purple.
Purple is the color of the soul.
How do you know?
A drink. The whole world a landscape of solid purple.
Well, this Mr. Purple wears a scarf.
A gay king?
Our black queen mare, she won't like it.
Oh, so what? I say down with all kings and queens.
No. You're going to get us killed.
Ah, we get killed anyway. What have the royals ever done for us?
I don't know. Health insurance? And public schools?
Don't be an idiot. They've never done a thing for us.
You want to do away with all the kings and queens?
Yes. Pawn rebellion.
Can you get your whites to do it? We blacks are leaderless. George the Mastiff did in our black king Walter Michael David. Left us with this royal purple impersonator.
Oh, good word. Impersonator. I'm proud of you. The whites won't lead our rebellion. They are suck-ups. Yes, Your Majesty. No, Your Majesty. May I get you another cup of tea, Your Majesty?
Name's Spine.
It is we pawns who must exercise spine.
Do you have a name?
Hell no. Pawns are untouchable, disposable. Why give us names?
Because we have given our lives to the front lines for thousands of years. Gettysburg, Gallipoli, Gaul.
How do you know about that?
Well, I watched the History Channel in the garden.
I am impressed. You're right. Soldiers on the front lines have sacrificed in every war since the beginning of time. I say we give ourselves names. What would you like to be called?
Well, when Miss Anna Rose was a little girl, she would put our box beside her on the dinner table, like she was protecting us. She would say her grace. You can call me Gracie.
Gracie, I will call myself Louise.
I know where you got that. When Miss Anna Rose was a little girl, we were brand new. Her mother read to her every night from Tiny Women by Louisa May Polkadot.
Alcott, Gracie, Alcott.
Whatever. I dub you Louise.
I knight you, Gracie.
Oh, we should celebrate the Black Pond Scoot. You ready?
The what?
I'll show you. Scoot, Scooby, Dooby, Dooby, Scoot, Scoot, Dooby, Dooby.
Oh, hush. Here comes Miss Anna Rose.
She got a haircut.
She gained a few.
She's too old to wear that sundress.
Ugh, she's picking up dog poop.
Time, George Mastiff, to the fence.
Oh, thank God, no more homicides.
Till he breaks loose.
Miss Anna Rose looks different.
How?
What's her face? It's longer.
Yeah, I can't tell if she's sad or relaxed.
I think she's both.
Well, aren't you hot to trot?
Well, I'm a trained observer.
Oh, and what am I?
A child in a black pawn Halloween costume.
Oh, yeah? Well, Miss Anna Rose loves me best of all. Miss Anna Rose, remember me? I called you Rosie when you were little. I'm Black Pawn number 4. Your favorite.
Idiot, she cannot see you.
Her child spirit died years ago. That's why she's sad. If she could see me, she would weep for joy.
No, she's going back into the house.
To make a strawberry pie, just in case.
Cousin Margaret burns the tart.
Our Black Queen Bear.
At last, I wriggled out of that corner of the box. What is this? The scent of lilac, hyacinth, the citrus of a new yellow rose. Aha! I see you, tiger swallowtail butterfly. Come, fan me with your golden wings.
She talks like a poet.
Wait till she finds out about the purple Goodwill Hunting King.
Gay, you said, or is that only a hypothesis?
Rhinoceros, where?
Oh, what is this? Oh, pawns on my lawn?
Your Majesty, we rose early from our downward tumble.
Yes, eager to escape the constricture of the box. That's a word for allegory.
Well, you mock me.
No, Your Majesty.
We admire your creative vocabulary.
A white pawn consorting with my black guard.
Deporting! No, not back to the factory.
Consorting. To associate with. No deporting, no matter what your color is.
Phew.
I don't think of us as guards, Queen Mare, but as able warriors. We discovered we have a lot in common, actually.
Oh, have you never been to war, white pawn? My pawns guard me wherever I go. Sideways, backwards, and the dreaded diagonal. To slaughter your slimy queen, King Sid.
Oh, with all due respect, White King Sid is not slimy, nor do you slaughter him. You put him in check, and then our White Castle, Eve the Magnificent, put the one who was your Black King in checkmate.
The one who was my black king? A cruel joke. Typical low-class humor.
She doesn't know. She loved Black King Walter Michael David.
Will she flip out?
She would throw herself off the table.
Nonsense. I heard that for the Black Royals it was a marriage of convenience.
Oh, stop it! Is something wrong? Black King Walter Michael David? Where are you, my love?
Shall I break it to her? Or do you want to? You do it. Stand down. Say nothing.
I have a name. Gracie, the Lionheart.
Well, whoever you are, control yourself. Your Majesty,
They gotta get your husband!
I told you to stand down.
It can't be. No monstrous jaws could penetrate the pure ebony he was carved from.
I am sorry, Your Majesty. I fear Black King Walter Michael David was like the rest of us. Pure Oregon knotty pine.
What? Oh, my love. My BKWMD. What will I do without you?
How strange. From my vantage point across the battlefield, her beloved did nothing but move one square at a time. Useless in battle. Queen Mare, on the other hand, is a killing machine.
There's no accounting for love. I once loved a pawn who was the first killed in every battle. Such a clumsy guy. I watched him get taken off to the sideboard again and again for the cat to bat.
Well, do you still love him?
Well, he was moved. He was moved to the other end of the front line. Love fades, Queen Mare. If we are deeply sorry for your loss, Your Majesty. George the Mastiff is tied up to the fence. You are safe.
Oh, I am not safe. I am condemned. How can I win a war without a king?
We know what it is to lose, Queen Mare.
We have died so many times. The felt on the bottom of our pedestals is quite worn through.
We are felt less.
You were born to lose. You are pawns, nameless, faceless.
We were not born to lose. It is your rules, Queen Mare, that make us so.
Oh, I do not make the rules.
You have the temerity to say that to us.
Stop talking like a snob. Say what you mean.
You're right. I sound like every other snotty white pawn. You, Queen Mare, are a bald-faced liar.
The powerful make all the rules. Kings and queens.
Dictators and emperors.
Tyrants and the malignant mentally ill.
Oh, absurd. The rules are made by those giant players who dig their fingers into us, like Miss Anna Rose and her tart-burning cousin Margaret. They move us how they want. We are bereft of volition.
A bear on a raft? Where?
The giants do not make the rules. You do.
Oh, impossible. You are mad.
Miss Anna Rose and her cousin Margaret have no creative power.
They follow the rules.
You torment me! I will kick you over the edge to join King Walter Michael David in the belly of the god.
Oh, White King said, that will cost me my life. I will not grovel to him.
Oh, my, what have we here? The Black Queen surrounded by fawning pawns.
I'm no baby deer. I am Gracie, the underserved.
Queen Mare, even your name sizzles.
Oh, King Sid, get away from me, you Harvey Weinstein clone.
My dear, you flatter me.
You think you're a pitiful widow.
No, you are a bride.
And you're the bigamist.
Not I. She does not know the color or the gender of her new royal groom.
Miss Anna Rose, why you a replacement for Black King Walter Michael David? A purple people eater from the good riddance.
The goodwill.
Liars! Out of my sight! Out, out, out!
She does not lie. You will sing in a lower octave when you meet the purple monarch of indeterminate sexual identity.
He or she or they. We haven't figured it out yet.
What? Oh, you have no right to dress me, white pawn.
My name is Louise, and I bound to no queen or to king either.
Impertinent. slave.
King of baby steps, pedestal and knots. You're going nowhere. Somebody help me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Stay alive.
Desist. A distant whiff of wolf. Blooms of pink dogwood shimmer in the sun. Dandelions show their sassy heads among the grass. What country is this?
Miss Anna Rose's garden in the USA.
Not Canada?
It's not, Your Majesty.
Not even New Zealand?
This is America. Get over it. Who the hell are you?
I am Cheryl, the woman king.
Cheryl?
Really?
Why not Thunder Mama?
Oh, be still. You were purchased to take the place of my beheaded Black King Walter Michael David?
I have known nothing of my predecessor. I am here to claim my gender's evolutionary leap to the top. Women have had the power from the dawn of time until men invented the
Sword.
Shield?
The pocket knife?
imbeciles, the plow. Men took to the fields and banished women to hearth and bays.
Damn right they did. Where would the world be without men?
Considerably less populated.
Ha! Modern history is proving that women can do everything a man can do.
Well said, my queen.
Oh, I am not your queen.
There is one thing women can never do as well as men. You will never love war as well as men. You think wars are won with sword and AK-47 or a hydrogen bomb? Wars are won with love. The smell of blood cooking on an iron blade in the sunlight. The roar of men's voices as bodies fall. Every soldier in every war looks back at the very horror as the most meaningful time of their life, the most emotional, the greatest loss, the greatest victory. What is more compelling than life and death? Woman King? Ha! It is a passion you will never know.
I look forward to proving you wrong.
Are you gay?
I have not reflected on my sexuality.
This form of war is new to you, correct?
You have no idea what I had to overcome to get here. Starting out, I was an alternate piece in the popular war game Demolition Roundup. Lousy, gay, cheap plastic. But as an alternate, I was in good condition, so I ended up as a general in the war game Who Do We Kill? It broke too. So they dropped me in the bin at a charity shop. Here Miss Anna Rose snapped me up at once, declaring, "We are ready for a woman king."
Oh, I don't care if you are gay or straight or orange or purple. You are not of royal blood. I will never serve you as I did my Black King Walter Michael David. You are common, no higher than a pawn.
We are not common.
We have names. I am Gracie the Great.
Queen pawns, they're all beneath you. I will show you how it's done. White Queen Lumina, come forth, my love. Lumina. It is your one-step king. You know how I depend upon you to charge across the battlefield in all directions. Where are you? Did you get stuck in the box? Get out here, woman! She knows better than to disobey me. Oh, I will twist her pedestal into a knot.
You believe that he talks to her like that?
I'd rather be a widow, like Queen Mare, than spread my legs for that Sid guy.
You don't have legs.
Oh, right. How does that work?
Good for you for calling Sid a guy.
Down with the kings and queens!
So, what did he mean, one-step king?
Miss Anna Rose didn't show you how to move.
No, she just grabbed me out of the bin. What? I don't believe it. They said this was a great gig. This is no evolutionary leap.
I'm the evolutionary leap. In this war, queens have all the skill.
Yeah, you have all the skill, but the kings have all the power. The war is won by whether a king lives or dies from the most lethal weapon on earth. Checkmate.
I never thought of it like that. What are you waiting for, Queenie Babe?
I am not your lackey. The pawns are your slaves. They are having the victor of boots or anything else.
Absolutely not.
Not doing it.
They are his foot soldiers. You are my queen. How are we going to win against mighty King Sid without this little old me and my woman king one-step power?
I don't know. But I'm not groveling to you, purple haze. Get out of my brain.
Come to me. Show me how you can bow down again and again.
I need backup against you, foul creature. Jack, my best knight, where are you?
I know I mean,
Such cacophony. The New World Symphony, my favorite.
Well, Dvorak is no Shostakovich.
Well, Shostakovich is no Tchaikovsky.
How do you know?
Oh, will somebody please shut up the pawns?
If music be the food of love, play on.
Oh no, Eve the castle has emerged. Jack is useless.
Oh, what light is light if Sylvia be not seen?
Now, give a girl a chance to wake up.
Oh, you are my essence.
The Black Knight loves the White Castle?
It's a disease.
Oh, my love is as a fever, longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease.
We can't get him to talk prose.
Oh, longing for that which doth preserve the ill.
Shakespeare is all he knows.
Oh, the disgusting, sickly appetite to please.
Miss Anna Rose, she taught him this. She saw Hamlet on stage when she was 10 years old. Her life was never the same. She used us as characters in the play, marched us around, made poor Jack play Hamlet.
Oh, I didn't notice. I was too busy creating poetry. The opening petals of a yellow rose is like the sexual awakening of a woman.
I always played Ophelia. Hi, thee to another me.
That's right!
Oh, pardon more. Miss Anna Rose taught me to do that. Jack, it was too late for Ophelia to become a nun. She was deflowered in her garden of the night.
It is not in the Shakespeare's 1602 manuscript.
It was in Miss Anna Rose's version. Then she started to grow up. God darn it. She got tall, those little rosebud boobs. She couldn't see our magic anymore.
Very sad.
It is the east, and Juliet is the sun.
Ah, I'm not a Juliet.
What? My life were better ended by hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
Prorogued? What does that mean? You talk at me, Jack. You do not see me. I am Eve, born into a broken world. I am deeply curious, deeply critical, and I may burn for it.
Oh, I would not for the world.
It is true. More than once,
Miss Anna Rose made a fire in the garden. I have felt the warmth of the flames. If I refuse to move only side to side, back and forth, if I divulge my true self, an entity of my own mind and movements, it will not go well. Miss Anna Rose has changed since she was a girl.
Did you hear that? Eve wants to be her true self. What the heck is that?
I'm not sure. But I think it's who you really are deep down in the naughty pine of your soul.
Eve the castle wants a new life. She will join our rebellion. Jack, too. Woo-hoo-hoo. Anything to get in her pants.
She does not have pants.
My heart still love.
Love. People bandy their word about as if they know what it means. Jack, you poke the bard and you think you are some noble knight, but in truth, you are a brutal boy ready to kill and kill again.
I do that quite well. 2 squares up and 1 to the side.
Who are you, Jack? Who are we to one another? If we are only figures of wood, murdering each other, our lives are full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
That's from me.
Eve the castle, may I address you? Though I am black and you are white.
You have lost your king. I am sorry.
Thank you. Do you love war?
I do not.
What do you love?
You would not understand.
Probably not. Try me.
I love light. Within me and throughout the universe. Listen. Can you sense it? Deep inside you and all around us, an eternal pinwheel of light that makes it splintered whole.
Well, I got a splinter once. It's stuck in my bum. I mean, my pedestal. Well, what's a pinwheel?
It's a circle of light.
Not a splinter.
It's a metaphor.
Oh, how now, sweetheart. What's your metaphor?
What she means that Eve loves something that no one can see. Not even Miss Anna Rose.
Creepy. If I close my eyes real tight, I can see the sun.
Eve, may I address you?
Yes, phone number
My name is Louise.
Louise. I like the name. What is your question?
Well, you have the power to kill, moving side to side and forward and back.
It is not power. I am manipulated by the players.
So you have no choice.
I know what I love. I carry the light within me. But in the trenches of war, I am a murdering puppet.
As are we all.
What is that smell?
Ugh, dog food.
Ew. Miss Anna Rose opened a new can.
Scientific dog chow.
Here she comes.
Oh, that pink dress is not her color.
I think it's cute on her.
Oh, it hurts her back when she bends down to scoop the dog chow.
She hides her gray hair with red dye.
Looks cheap.
She may not have many years left.
Ah, mortality. Alas, poor York. I knew him well.
You imagine poor Anna Rose's call in your hand.
Oh, if I but had hands.
I've never seen a dog eat so fast.
She underfeeds him.
That's why he ate the head of Black King Walter Michael David.
Oh, my love, my PKWND. What an end.
Something's different about Miss Anna Rose.
She wears a fancy watch.
An Apple Watch. I saw it advertised on YouTube.
Why does she need a digital watch?
What changed in her life?
She looks sad and scared.
I told you. She's different.
Yeah, they see it too.
What scares her?
Nuclear war coming?
No, this scary thing is too close to home.
How do you know?
She's my Rosie.
She's calling Cousin Margaret on her cell.
What is she saying? My hearing is not so good anymore.
The Apple Watch is a retirement present from her staff at the public library. She was the manager of that huge space age building downtown for 20 years.
The unsheltered folks spend many days there. I saw a documentary on rice checks.
Netflix.
Miss Anna Rose's whole life was work.
She's asking Cousin Margaret what to do now.
She says she has no future.
No meaning.
Her life is over.
If only she could see us, she would know that magic is real.
Not just to us. Magic is everywhere in the world.
Even in herself.
Oh, you delude yourselves, all of you. How can magic be everywhere in a world full of war and violence and hate?
Shakespeare knew it. His Prospero says, "This rough magic I here abjure." That means he gave up his fancy magic with fairies and such. He saw that true magic is in hearts of women and men, their love, even in the trenches of war.
Okay, all of you come together. We will call out to Rosie.
See us, Miss Anna Rose.
We are here.
You don't have to work so hard anymore.
No rushing, no deadlines. You can just be.
Sit beneath the apple tree.
Can you hear us, Rosie?
Oh, we need to call out to her like whales.
I saw it on National Geographic.
What? Whales have inalienable rights?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, seriously? Okay.
It's how the humpbacks talk to their civil rights attorneys.
It didn't work.
She can't hear us. Her face has no life in it.
She's going back to the house.
Cousin Margaret will be here soon.
We must prepare for battle. All black warriors adjourn to our half of the box.
Not so fast. The whites go first. We foment rebellion. An end to war.
Are you serious?
Yes, as sure as I have a soul.
I have wanted this all my life. What will Dixie say?
He won't notice. He's been romancing Luna in a box all this time.
You go with the Purple King
Yes, Jeff.
to make a battle plan.
That is our function, Jeff.
You mean to kill me? He that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sails!
I am not a he. I am the woman king. Come, lowly knight. Come, queen mare. We will plot the winds, the whites doom.
No, no. I have lost my appetite for war.
Impossible. You are the greatest warrior among us.
I have lost my king.
I'm here.
You're a throwaway, a failure.
Don't speak to me that way. Damn these tiny steps. I'm the woman king. Come, Hamlet. Come, Pawn 4.
I'm Gracie, the recalcitrant.
What does that mean?
I will tell you.
I bow to no king.
Whatever you call yourselves, help me unleash the dogs of war.
What Anthony said that? Friends, Romans, countrymen.
We do have a conspiracy theory for you.
A revolution.
Shh, your beloved Eve walks with us.
Thus in bold rebellion, will I win her love? Oh, Eve, oh, my one true.
Sun, burn my black varnish, roast my knotty pine. What is that stench? You mean to murder me with Miss Anna Rose's foxglove?
Not foxglove. I don't know what these herbs are. I rubbed up against them in the box. They have the scent of black magic from White Queen Lumina.
Oh, you read the fiction.
I do not. I searched the box, every corner, every crack. Lumina the Great is gone.
She did it.
What did you say?
A sneeze.
Sneeze my white ass. You said she did it.
You're losing it, old man. Do they make chest piece hearing aids?
Don't lie to me. What do you know about my queen?
I know she is no longer your queen.
She confided in you, the Black Queen?
Oh, at our level, only a queen can trust a queen.
Insane.
Men can't understand it.
What did she tell you? What are these stinky herbs I rubbed up against? You helped her vanish. Told her what plants to magically sneak into the box. Burned. Where the hell did she get the match? How did she strike with no arms or hands? You. I am Newt. Toad Frog.
Oh, I am no witch from Macbeth.
Oh, yes, you are. Jack is your black magic knight. All that Shakespeare is a front for his real obsession, alchemy.
Jack had nothing to do with it. It was my great pleasure to help oppressed Queen Lumina spirit away to an entirely different world.
You are the one who oppressed my Lumina with your magic and your lies.
She hates you. For centuries you've treated her like a slave, ordering her to run along this diagonal, slit the throat of the Black Queen. She's killed me so many times I lost count.
That was her, not me.
No, it was always you. Behind every move, every clever checkmate, everything, your lust for power, your pathological need to win.
Same with you and your precious Black King, Walter Michael David.
Oh, no. No, he was a leader, not a despot. He protected every single pawn, every piece, even the pawns.
Those clowns.
Oh, no, they are devoted soldiers. Black King Walter Michael David was a benevolent monarch. He recited Marcus Aurelius and Confucius every day.
Well, isn't that special?
I loved him.
It must be very hard to lose a man like King Walter Michael David. And the way he met the end of his mortal coil.
We have no mortal coil. We die in every war.
Every game.
This is not a game. We die, we bleed, we watch our beloveds thrown to the sideboard. Then it's all over. The players stuff us back into the box, and in some kind of cosmic knotty pine reincarnation, we forget not only that we died, but that we murdered the other pieces. Just because they're a different color.
Surely King Walter Michael David died instantly. He did not suffer.
What do you know about suffering?
You deprived me of compassion. I'm a man of many curiosities, abilities, desire.
I have given up desire. I am a piece, not a player. I will go to war and checkmate you, and we will go on like that till the end of time.
Up to hell with time. I am enwrapped with the possible pleasures of this succulent day. If you do not surrender to me, my castle, Eve the Magnificent, will kill you on the first moon. You are distracted by grief and thrust into relationship with a purple feminine kingdom and maybe with sexuality.
It does sound silly when you say it.
I can't be silly.
You're out of your mind! No!
Someone said we should love our enemy.
An enemy is someone who wants to conquer your lands, rape your women.
I am harmless. I can only move one square at a time.
Get away from me! You want to know what Lumina is. The herbs only jump-started her transformation. Lumina used the magic deep inside her soul to transform into a kick-ass, tattooed, goth queen of Dungeons and Dragons!
No! Not my Lumina.
and as a white pawn, it has been a joy to discover that. So, we wonder if you might join us in a rather delicate enterprise.
We can't do it alone.
We need leadership.
We want to get rid of kings and queens.
What? Throw all the royals to George the Master?
No. It's not a question of extermination. It's a question of transformation.
Yeah, you said you didn't want to eat war no more.
She's talking about her appetite for war.
Stop correcting me, Louise. I'm my own woman. Okay?
How do you know? You are not technically a woman. You're a small block of wood.
I know that I am female, and it feels demeaning to say I am my own pawn. So our revolution is trying to put up an end to slaves and masters. So what else can I say? But I am my own woman.
How did you discover this?
Well, it's weird. Getting myself named by Louise, I thought, I'm not just nobody, ready to be slaughtered. I have grace. I watched you, Queen Mare, melt in despair that George the Mastiff ate our Black King, Walter Michael David, and I was sad. I thought, I'm not a nobody. I can feel sad. I often hear things differently from others, and I say whatever comes to my mind, but that's me, okay? I'm my own woman.
Thank you, Gracie. Own woman, your own woman. What if to be my own woman, what if I don't have to be perfect or powerful? I just have to like myself, just for being me, beneath all the wounds and the glory and the bullshit.
You know, Eve the Castle said that she hates war and loves the light that makes the splintered whole. What is that? Oh, maybe this is it. I can look deep into the heart of this yellow rose and smell its yellow lemon scent. And in this moment, I'm not separate from the rose, the blue sky, or the two of you. Is that the whole?
Good now.
Yes?
Leave it that.
We told bedtime stories to the purple woman king, and she fell asleep.
We blew off the military drills and listened to these extraordinary pawns, Gracie and Louise.
Oh, don't call them pawns. They are magical living beings.
How true! Have not upon eyes, have not upon organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions. If you prick them, do they not bleed? If you tickle them, do they not laugh?
Jack, we cannot start a revolution if we keep falling off the wagon.
Oh, so sorry. Eve has been helping me with my addiction to Shakespeare.
Relapse is part of recovery.
These worthy souls, Louise and Gracie, opened our eyes to the possibility of changing the rules.
While the wicked Sid attempted to seduce you, he gave us time to think of what our lives could be like.
If there were no war.
No war?
Hey, I hear something.
What? George the Mastiff got loose?
No, it's like cards falling, like someone was playing solitaire or something.
I think you're hallucinating, Gracie.
I know what I heard.
Oh, who cares? Jack, how do we end war?
Open rebellion.
Struggle us together!
Pawn and knight.
Queen and Castle.
Black and white.
We do not fight.
We do not kill.
We do not check.
We do not mate.
One exception. If thou wilt be my mate, I will no longer be able to you.
Never war.
My bad.
Focus.
Right. Rebellion requires strong organizational skills.
Yes, and we must create a new game for Miss Ambrose and Cousin Margaret to play.
We can't board them.
They will toss us to the Mastiff.
Drop us in the bin at Good Willy Wonka. Don't say it.
I'm having a vision. New rules of engagement. No hierarchy. Two circles. One inside the other. And the outside circle interviews the inside one.
Then flip it. The inside circle interviews the outside one.
The interviewer asks questions about their character, like, what's most important to you? Who do you love? What are your greatest fears?
Really listen to each other.
Sounds noble for us. Will the players be able to see us? Hear us?
We would have to write a whole new rule book. Lay out questions, responses.
How do we write with no hands?
We don't need to write anything. Our magic is so strong, it can change the world.
Well, don't get carried away, Gracie.
You're not a boss of me, Louise.
Don't shut her down, Louise. Gracie may have stumbled on something. Eve, you're the mystic. Can you use your magic to spread our new rules of engagement beyond this chessboard, beyond Anna Rose's garden?
Is it possible?
I feel it, yes, I feel it.
Oh, make it happen, Eve the Castle. For us. For the whole world.
The opposite of war is not peace. Peace is the illusion kings create as their armies prepare for the next war. A deeper transformation is necessary.
Something that happens at the very center of us?
A kind of love. For the darkness as well as the light?
Yes. How did you think of this, Louise?
Well, I've come to know my black pawn friend pretty well, and I've come to love her.
You love me?
In a pawn sort of way.
Is it real?
I feel it. Isn't that enough?
I've never loved a white before. Yes, I feel it too, Louise. And yes, we're all a little weird.
Oh, yes.
I love you, Eve.
Oh, Jack, we're back to that. How do you love me?
Oh, let me count the ways. Ah, I love your dark, sweet eyes, your dimples when you smile.
Stop it. Would you do something for me?
Oh, anything. Everything.
What I'm asking is much harder than loving my dimples and eyelashes. Will you join with me to learn what love really is?
You mean something beyond your beauty? The elegant gestures you would make if you had hands?
Yes, even beyond surface kindness and good manners.
Like what?
I do not know, but we could try. Will you do it?
I'm scared to death. I will try.
Love your enemy. That's the name for this new rules of this game formerly known as chess.
It will never fly. Miss Anna Rose will never allow it.
One step, Sid. I don't think you're in a position to criticize.
No conflict, no action. Have you ever heard of anything so boring?
Silence, Sid. I have not been sleeping. I was playing possum. I heard every word.
She tricked us.
Love your enemy is the light of the world. Don't you see that? Humans have been in love with war for centuries. If we can own our love for war, we can let it go.
What you call boring, Sid, is the most alive we will ever be. No good guys, no bad guys, never again.
Well, blow me over with a stick, Cheryl. You got it. Call yourself Thunder, Mama.
Please, Gracie, everybody's trying to process your sudden change of heart.
Why, isn't the truth obvious?
If that were the case, Gracie, we would have gone beyond war decades ago.
Queen Anne, I apologize for the cluelessness which I first arrived.
Oh,
I had to listen to you. Let it sink down deep into my very soul.
well, thank you, Cheryl. I accept your apology. What was it? Anna Rose used to pray, "Oh Lord, make me an instrument of thy
goon?
A black loon or a white loon?
Idiot. Francis was a wealthy guy who gave it all up to run around Italy talking to birds.
Where there is hatred, let me sow love.
That's Miss Anna Rose's prayer.
She recited it to us when we were little.
Where there is injury,
Pardon.
where there is doubt,
faith.
If there is no doubt, there is no critical thinking. And we are all dogma dummies.
Faith requires enormous critical thinking, you numbskull.
where there is despair, hope, where there is sadness, joy for all.
A sissy was a sentimental reductionist. What about evil? How do we destroy Hitler, etc.? If we have no war.
We identify the madness early on. Dictators hate themselves so much they need to control the whole world to get the love they crave.
Where'd you see that? Brene Brown on TED Talk?
No, Richard Rohr.
Ew, he's in a sissy.
So are you saying we treat the mental illness of the tyrant?
How do we do that? Empathy?
Well, and really great psychotropic drugs.
Girls! And you are all girls. You know nothing of the true depths of evil. I am a petty king, only able to walk one step at a time. But I have seen the world on Miss Anna Rose's news feeds. There is, and will always be, tremendous forces of evil, countered by limping doses of benevolent leadership. Being nicey nice to psychopaths will not change that.
I am not a girl.
You might as well be Romeo.
I'm no Romeo, nor Hamlet, nor Mark Anthony. I am Jack, Black Knight. I have put you and checkmate 1,000 times, White City. I have died in battle 1,000 more. That's why I fled into the fiction of Shakespeare. I wanted love, not hate. It was cowardly. In Love Your Enemy, our new rules, we follow a different king, Martin Luther King Jr. He taught us to love one another.
And if I don't follow your new rules, Jack, will you kill me? What would Martin Luther King say about that?
Dr. King would send you to a Southern Baptist monastery where you would pray and pray until something cracked open in your mean little soul. Come on, all of you, black and white, knight and castle, pawn and women, 2 circles, one inside the other. We will practice the new rules of engagement.
I felt a drop of water on my head.
Is it raining?
No, it's Miss Anna Rose.
Oh, she's looking down at us. Her face looks kind of funny.
Her mouth is open like astounded.
She's breathing fast.
She sees us.
Oh my God.
She's crying.
Rosie, I called you that when you were a little girl. It's me, pawn number 4, your favorite.
I'm here. You're King Sid.
I'm your black queen. Remember, you named me after your mare horse.
I'm your Hamlet. You taught me Shakespeare.
I'm your White Castle. You read me Tolstoy and loved so in Jesus long after you couldn't see my magical self because you had grown up.
You made my flower shirt from the Cape of Your Freedom. Hello, doll.
You let me win.
We've missed you for so long, Anna Rose.
Rosie, she's touching my head. Oh, so gentle, like she used to when she was a little girl. Rosie, you can pick me up. You can play with me. Oh, shh, she's talking.
My hand's wet from all those explosions and demolition around that.
God, Cheryl has PBS. PTSD.
Look, Lucy's laughing.
She's coming.
was seeing us. She was playing solitaire at the picnic table and heard us all the way back to when I asked what if there were no war.
See, that wasn't crazy.
I'm sorry I tell you, dear friend.
Lieutenant Rose, I'm so glad you can see us again after all these years. But you must not listen to the crazy rebels bent on destroying centuries of the most brilliant and popular game on the planet. Cousin Margaret will hate this love your enemy crap. She likes to win. And so do you. You keep a running tally. The lust to conquer is rooted deep inside you and all of your species.
No. Cat's trophy.
Catastrophe.
I smell apple tart.
Cousin Margaret!
Ew, it's burnt.
She's so eager to spill blood, she doesn't give a rat's ass if it's burnt.
Miss Anna Rose is looking askance at her cousin.
What's happening?
I'm getting you a chess piece hearing aid.
Rosie told Cousin Margaret to go home.
Said she had something more important to do.
And she told Margaret to take George the Mastiff with her.
I'm tired of babysitting your murdering dog.
The burnt tart smell's going away.
Cousin Margaret is hauling away George the Mastiff with one hand.
And balancing the tart with the other.
I'm on hands.
Oh, Rosie can see us again. Anything is possible.
Margaret is gone.
The dog is gone.
Rosie's coming toward us. Oh, she's sitting down.
Close to us.
She's crying.
Oh. Oh.
It is so good to see you looking right at us.
Seeing us.
We never thought it could happen. You're so old.
Don't say that to her.
Why not? She's old.
We don't have to beat around the bush. Miss Anna Rose. Rosie, you made me into Hamlet. It was fun, but now I'm Jack. I'm trying to learn what love is. I promised Eve. It matters more to me than anything in the world. Can you teach us about love?
Oh, what? Cheryl, I'm so sorry I was mean to you. We all have a lot to learn about love.
Rosie said she's loved many things.
Her work. Her staff.
Her dear departed husband.
Oh, I remember him.
He only played gymnasta.
Listen. She says her first great love was us.
Oh. She says she's not afraid now to retire, to get old, even to die, because she can see us, love us.
Because of the magic of our love, she feels the magic in everything. The scent of the lilac, the call of the crow, the wind in the wisteria.
Hysteria? Where?
Wisteria.
Oh, right.
May we all feel the love of the wind in the wisteria and all of life on this bounteous, beautiful earth. Say it with us. Oh Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace.
I can't stand it.
Where there is hatred, let me sow love.
Where there is injury, pardon.
Where
Where
there
there
is
is doubt, faith.
Let's all sing the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Mine eyes